Arsenal nil, West Ham 1. If I'm going to be honest, when I was heading there, I had a horrible feeling about this game. I'm looking at last season, and I'm saying it just wasn't good enough. And West Ham have done it to us again. Look, first and foremost, I do want to say, fair play to West Ham. They were the better team. They deserved the result. But of course, we need to talk about us, about Arsenal. What does this defeat mean for us? Well, it means we're out of the title race. Not that I thought we were in it, but winning this game could have given us a glimmer of hope, perhaps. But no, it's just like us. We're not going to challenge Liverpool. Liverpool, they've won the Premier League. There's no point in sitting here saying, oh, well, it's nothing official. Yeah, it's going to be official soon. But we have to talk about the game itself. And I remember against Leicester, I was saying this is one of the worst performances I've ever seen. I take it back now. This is one of the worst performances I've ever seen. I can't look at anyone in this Arsenal team, today anyways, and actually single them out as, oh, they played quite decently. I can't think of one of them. Even Nwaneri. And, I mean, to be fair to him, I understand that with players, they're not going to have the best time 24/7. They're not going to perform every game. But what this shows us is that Arsenal does not have a plan B. We don't have a plan B. If plan A don't work, stick with plan A. It was the same thing over and over and over again. The same strategy that wasn't working. Another thing that I noticed as well, and this one's a bit of a weird one for me, we were very reliant on that left-hand side. So we were relying heavily on Trossard. And Kudos absolutely schoolboy Trossard. Wan-Bissaka absolutely schoolboyed Calafiori. And whilst Calafiori did have a good few moments, he wasn't spectacular today. But regardless, the fact of the matter is, West Ham's won the game. They deserve to win the game. They deserve all 3 points. And Arsenal's title race is officially crushed. Not that I really had any hope for it, but still, at least make Liverpool fight for it. But that's just not us now. We've been suffered with. We can use this excuse. Oh, we've suffered injuries. We've been absolutely shafted by referees. But a lot of the points that we dropped are just because we weren't good enough, and we need to be good enough. Anyways, with that all said, we're going to get into our player ratings, and it ain't going to be a good one. Going to start off with David Raya. He was so slow. You're sitting there like, come on, you've got the ball. Go on the counter. No, he stands there, holds the ball, for a good 5-6 seconds maybe. Passes it out to one of the defenders. And this defender runs a little bit, stops at the halfway line, and then passes back. This isn't good enough. The ball distribution wasn't quick enough. And for that, I can't give him anything more than a 4. We move on to our centre-backs. Saliba and Gabriel were very, very quiet today. I don't recall them getting the ball much at all. And I think both of them get a 4 as well. Calafiori, he got absolutely schoolboyed by Wan-Bissaka. Again, he did have a few good moments, but I can't give him anything more than a 4 either. Jurrien Timber. he tried to make a few runs. He tried to find himself in positions. But the reality is, again, he got held down completely. He's going to get a 4. Moving on to our midfield, and this one's going to hurt a lot. We're going to start off with Odegaard. Odegaard had an absolute shit show today. Honestly, I've never seen something like this. He did run, he did try to take it on, but he kept on mispassing. And I'm going to say the same thing for the entire midfield. Odegaard gets a 3. Declan Rice tried to tackle for it. I'm pretty sure we got like one corner, at least when I was there, because I did leave early. But from what I saw, we got like one corner, and the corner that he took just wasn't great. But look, I still can't give anything more than a 4. Thomas Partey, sorry. Look, he was doing the same thing Odegaard was. He was mispassing. He was trying to find ways to track back. Not good enough. 3. And moving on to our attack. Mikel Merino. Look, he didn't really get the ball in that kind of position. He played in that striker position, but he didn't really get the ball. I can't fault him too harshly on that. Maybe I can give him a 5 just because that isn't really his fault. Moving on to the right wing, even Nwaneri. I love the boy and all, but he didn't perform well today whatsoever. Again, missed passes, didn't really get the ball, didn't take on the defence like he did against Leicester City. It felt like he decided to do a Sterling. I don't know what happened to him. But he was too afraid to take on the defence. Because of that, I can't give him anything more than a 4 either. And Trossard, kudos, made this boy look like an absolute kid. Honestly, he was absolutely schoolboying him. He was bullying him the whole time. Trossard, I don't think he beat anyone that entire game. I don't think he took on anyone. And for that, Trossard, he's going to get a 3. Mikel Arteta, he played the same team that I would have played. But this slow build-up football, I'm starting to wonder now, what is Arteta teaching them? Is he telling them to do this? Because if so, that's a disgrace. You have the ball, you have them tracking back, take advantage of it. Go on the counter. If this is what he's been teaching them, we're not going to win the league. But Arteta, I'm looking at the team he put out, which is the same team I said I put out. Obviously, looking at his substitutions, his only attacking option was Sterling. And it's like I keep saying, Sterling's not good enough. I can't really fault him for today, mostly because he didn't really play most of the game, obviously. But look, it's not good enough attack-wise. It was nice to see Ben White come back. I'll say that much. Ben White couldn't really find himself in those kind of positions, though. But with Arteta, I would give him a 6. A very, very average score. And I'm only giving it to him because I don't know if he's telling them to slow down. And if he is telling them to slow down, then that goes from a 6 to an immediate 2. The fans. Look, I can fully understand the fans. They were quiet a lot of the game as well. But that's because there's nothing that really happened to excite us. It was a very boring game. An absolute snooze fest. I can understand why they just be quiet. And the Arsenal player, sorry, going over there, putting their arms up. Brother, give us something to cheer about then. Get us excited. Make us believe. I can understand why Arsenal fans didn't believe. I didn't believe a single minute, if I'm honest. The moment we went 1-0 down, I was sitting here saying, this is it. Floodgates are going to open. We're not going to do it. Unless something changes, nothing's going to change. But overall, the fans, just for staying there, honestly, because a lot of the fans did stay there, but just for staying, they get a 9. Anyways, that's my match review. That's my player ratings. Not a great performance whatsoever. A very demoralizing performance, actually. And I'm not even mad. I'm just disappointed. I expected us to drop points. I never expected us to catch up to Liverpool. But at the very least, we could have done it in a bit more of a dignified way. This game, not only was an absolute snooze fest, it was horrible from our behalf. And frankly, we're lucky that we didn't end up 2-3-0 down. But regardless, one thing I will say is that given that there was a red card against Lewis Skelly, a lot of people are going to shift the blame onto the referee. I can see it happening now. And look, it was a red card. I'm saying this as an Arsenal fan. I looked at it. That was more of a red card than his original red card against Wolves. He's an inexperienced defender, and he's got those kind of mistakes in them. But still, that red card was an absolute hit to the morale. And yet, even then, it didn't feel like it changed anything. It still felt like we were playing the exact same kind of football. We don't have a plan B. We've only got one plan, and if it doesn't work, we stick with it anyways. This has to be sorted out now. We need to sort this out. We cannot rely on this anymore. But yeah, I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed. Anyways, like, share, and comment. It really helps out the channel. Subscribe if you want to, and I will be seeing you next game. For now, goodbye.